The expectations on Alejandro Valverde were high. They were not disappointed. The Spaniard took his third Flèche Wallonne, as many as some of the legends of the sport: Eddy Merckx, Marcel Kind, Moreno Argentin, Davide Rebellin. He also got to make a good impression for the next Tour de France. In the women's race a little earlier, at the top of the Mur de Huy, France's Pauline Ferrand-Prévot hoped to retain her title, but the world champion was defeated by her teammate Anna van der Breggen of the Netherlands. She beat her compatriot Annemiek van Vleuten and USA's Megan Guarnier. This year's edition of the Flèche Wallonne allows the riders to have a general review of the course of what will be the third stage of the Tour de France next July. Respecting the tradition, the finish line is at the top of the Mur de Huy climb. Before that, the pack will have to pass the Côte de Chérave 5 kilometers to the arrival, a 1.3 kilometer climb with an 8% gradient. It's not a major obstacle, but enough to make differences. Therefore, Chris Froome, Vincenzo Nibali, Nairo Quintana and a few other big Tour winners have decided to take the start alongside contenders to the win here: punchers Alejandro Valverde, the defending champion, Joaquin Rodriguez, Philippe Gilbert and Michał Kwiatkowski, winner last Sunday of the Amstel Gold Race. A group led the bunch in the start of the race and took its gap up to 8 minutes. 7 men who reached the first of the 3 climbs of the Mur de Huy. Thomas de Gendt, third of the 2012 Giro of Italy, was riding with 2 compatriots, Jeremy Bonny and Peter van Spraybroek. Also in the breakaway were 2 Dutch riders, Rainer Honig and Mike Teunissen, Italy's Daniele Ratto and Francis Brice-Feilloux. The first ascent of the Mur de Huy didn't go well for Daniel Martin. The Irishman, second here last year, crashed and hurt himself. He managed to get back on his bike and join the peloton, but his hopes for success today vanished. With the tension in the race, the riders had to stay very focused. Philippe Gilbert was forced to quit the race after he crashed too. The Belgian winner in 2011 fell heavily 50 kilometers from the finish line. The runaway riders' advantage shrunk as 3 teams from the pack started to work: Joaquin Rodriguez, Katusha, Michał Kwiatkowski's Ethics Quickstep and Alejandro Valverde's Movistar. Less than 2 minutes ahead, less than 40 kilometers to the finish, the breakaway won't make it. 2 men counter-attacked and caught the breakaway riders in the second ascent of the Mur de Huy. Giovanni Visconti and Luis Leon Sanchez were sent to the front by their team leaders, respectively Valverde and Nibali. He was unfortunate once again. Chris Froome crashed less than 15 kilometers to the finish line. He can't compete to the final victory, and let's hope he's not injured too badly. The junction was completed at the foot of the Col de Chérave. The favourites were took by surprise by Belgium's Tim Wellens, who tried his luck. The young rider lacked of energy at the foot of the hill. He was swallowed by the favourites group. The big guns started battling in. Alejandro Valverde led the bunch in the flatter part of the road to clinch his third Flèche Wallonne victory. It was a very difficult day, very nervous. There were many crashes. I don't recall having ever lived such a hard day regarding the tension on the road. At the end of the race, we tried to control. We had Giovanni Visconti at the front in the breakaway. In the climb of the hill, I was very well positioned, so I decided to set the pace a little in order to control and make the difference. Valverde claims the Flèche Wallonne for the 3rd time. The Spaniard is followed by France's Julien Alaphilippe and Switzerland's Michael Albazzini. 2 other Spaniards are in the top 5, Rodriguez and Moreno Fernandez of Katusha. Jakob Fuglsang takes a nice 8th place. Here are the most beautiful views from today. The riders will stay in the Belgian countryside for the Liège-Bastogne-Liège on Sunday, the oldest Ardennes Classic race. We will be there.